My Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters, the 12 tribes of Israel scattered all over the earth. Let me take this moment to say to you how much we appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, the comments, and your prayers. I want to say to you, thank you. And as your moray, my brothers and sisters, I want to just let you know that I alone cannot do it. It takes a team, it takes all of us working together. Praise His holy name, my brothers and sisters, helping to spread His word, to share His word far and near. You know, Hebrew Israelite people scattered all over the earth, my brothers and sisters, should be our concern. Those who have been awakened and those who are yet to be awakened. Praise His holy name. I want to thank Yahuwah that He gives us the opportunity to share. And as I've told you before, this channel is designed for the purpose of spreading the word of Yahuwah far and near, to the ends of the earth. And we have people scattered all over the earth, my brothers and sisters. But we have a number of people who are tuning in, people who are responding. Praise His holy name. And you know what we need to do? We need to make it an effort as Hebrew Israelite awakened brothers and sisters to spread His word and work together. Stop saying, well, Murray is a good teacher, but, he's not from here. He has an accent. My brothers and sisters, every one of us, do you know that every person, every state of the United States of America, every state, within that state, people who were born in that state, in different sections, different cities, do you know that they have a little different in the accent? Do you know that? We should make where you're born a problem. The important thing is that we are one people. I told, every time I get a chance, every time I got a chance, my brothers and sisters, to share His word, I let people know. Okay. You know what they did when they took our Hebrew Israelite people from West Africa? They took some. Jamaica is right off the coast of West Africa. Do you know that? Jamaica, Puerto Rico and all them, Jamaica is in the Western Caribbean. But when they come over, they drop some in the Virgin Islands. U.S. Virgin Islands. And the British Virgin Islands too. And they took some to Puerto Rico, dropped some off. They took some to Jamaica, dropped some off. They came to Florida, dropped some off. Up the coast, in South Carolina, dropped some off. And that's how they did it, all up to New York. They took our family members. Sometimes my brother or my sister may be left in one place. That's what they did to the family. Broke the family up. And so we look alike. We just have a little different accent because we live in different regions. But we're the same Hebrew Israelite people. We're not Hamitic. We're not Hamitic. We're different. We're different. Then the ancient black people are the Hamitic people. Okay? And we go into the Kemetic people's land. They took us and sold us. And sold us to the Arabs, and the Arabs and them started this slave trade, and then they start the British people them go over there and take us, and it's oh my, and they were making a living, bruh. Sister, they were making a living off of us, off of our ancestors. Oh yeah. And then many of them, they died now, right? But you know what? They left an inheritance to the children and the grandchildren off our back, off our ancestors' back. What we got? Nothing. Yet we want to sup up to them. We want to glad to be in their midst. Glad for the jobs. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. And they look down at you as nothing. They look down at you as dog. Oh, you, who are you? You insipid. They call you all kinds of names. All kinds of names, my brothers and my sisters. This passage here that we just read, you go back and you read Psalm 44. And then we up to verse 14 now. Read verses 10, 11, 12, and 13, and you're going to see what I'm talking about here. How our people have departed from Yahuwah and take up unto themselves something that Yahuwah did not mean for them to have. It's something that they choose. They choose that. Yahuwah want them to go a different way. They want to go a different way. Yahuwah does not put any strap around our neck. He don't put any yoke around our neck. We put the yoke around our own neck to be what we want to be. When Yahuwah wants us to be something else. Yahuwah called us to be his own special people. We want to be something else. Not what Yahuwah wants. Not what Yahuwah wants. Not what his will. We want to do our own thing. Yes, my brothers, my sisters. And so, here we are. Bless his holy name for his unmerciful. He's so merciful. And he is every moment, every step of the way, he is with us. And praise be to his holy name for those who have been awakened and come into a knowledge of Yahushua and Yahuwah. When I think of the fact that Yahuwah could left his throne and come to earth and took upon himself the form of a man like me in the person of Yahushua. And then suffer, take upon ourselves his sin and make a way so that the power of sin and death, the law of sin and death have no more power over us. Praise be to his holy name. And my brothers and my sisters, let me say this. Shaul, our cousin, he said, when I try to do good, evil is present. The good that I want to do, I do not do it. The evil that I don't want to do, that's what I did. Oh, wretched man that I am, who shall be able to deliver me from the body of this death? That's a law of sin and death, my brothers and my sisters. No wonder. The same Paul, Galatians chapter 3, verse 13 said, for Hamashiach has redeemed us from the curse of the law, being made a curse. For curse is everyone that hangeth on the tree. Law of sin. Yahushua took up on himself that, my brothers and my sisters. and die for us. Can you imagine? To make us able, to make us fit for the kingdom. Praise His holy name. And I thank Him for what He did. And this kingdom that is preparing for us to go into, where He said, everything gonna be new. No sin, nothing blemish, nothing called and a curse gonna be there. Praise be to His holy name. My brothers and sisters, this is why we want to reach our unawakened people, to bring them back into a relationship with Yahweh. Thank Him for all that He did. And can you imagine, my brothers and sisters, after He did all of that, He took up residence in our lives. His work abides within us. We become the temple of Yahuwah. The temple of our work. The temple of our work. Praise His holy name. Thou makest us a byword, as we see in verse 14. And we talk about that among the heathen. And a shaking of the head among the people. The Rosh here. Rosh, shaking of the head. Praise His holy name. Rosh among the people. And listen what He said in verse 15. Psalm 44, verse 15. Remember, we're talking about a prayer for protection. This is what He said. My confusion is continually before me. The writer of the psalm is saying here, he's confused. Everything he does is confusion. But again, is it strange? Is this strange, my brothers, my sisters? It's strange for you who don't understand Yahweh's word, who never read His word. And so when you hear it, it sounds like, what is He talking about? If you don't believe what I'm saying to you, just take a moment and read Deuteronomy chapter 28. Because you're going to see that the first part of the chapter, the first sections in the chapter, or the first half of it, going to tell you how Yahweh going to bless you. He's going to bless you in such a way that you can't contain it. But in blessing you, you have to abide and do the things that He says. Being faithful to Him. It's not hard. It's just that we said we're not going to do it. We want to do it our own way. So the next half of the chapter, the last half of the chapter, is a punishment, is the different things that we're going to go through. And we have to choose if we want to do the first part of the chapter, the first half, or we want to do the last half. Then guess what? We choose to do the last half. And that's what the whole problem is. That is where confusion comes. Every time you try something new, the scripture said that when you try, you try, my brothers and sisters, this thing gonna come against you. So you say, okay, I want to be a politician. I want to be a good politician, but you're among the people who are not good, right? And the people who are not good don't want you to be good. And if you try to be good, you're going to show them up. And if you determine that you're going to be good, they're going to show you up worse. So in order to be good, you can't be among them. Because they're going to pull you down. They're going to make an example out of you. I'll never forget. And my brothers and sisters, when I'm talking to you about this, right, believe me. It's about 40 years. It's about 40. It's about 42 years. Right here in Jacksonville. Right here in Jacksonville. This was shortly after what you call integration. Matter of fact, during that the integration was still, we're going through the process. People were getting used to being around people. White people were getting used to being around black people. Black people were getting used to be around white people. They're still fighting and tug of war going. I'll never forget, I was a student at Jacksonville University. You know what? Yeah. It's about 42, 43, probably 43. The most 44 years, if I remember. Good. So there was a man, he passed away. Now I can't call his name, Well, I'm going to call his last name J. I'm not going to call his first name. He was an attorney. He was with what you call the Perkins Bar Association. It's a black bar attorneys association. I was a part of that association too. And do you know what? When I say attorney, I mean, attorneys and friends. Friends of attorneys. Okay, that's why we become a part of it. And a lot of the city councilmen, who were attorney, they were a part of that. But to that point, they have never had a black mayor. And this brother was a part of the city council. And he was going to become the next mayor. Hello. You had white people in the city council and black people in the city council, but some of those white people, they had the upper hand. And they were not going to let no black man become the mayor in Jacksonville at that time. So you know what they did? They had a big event in Bay Meadows. At the time, Bay Meadows was 90% white. They had it at some big club over there. And Johnson was there because whatever they were doing, it was a big festivity. And he was among them. And so they got him drunk. Whatever they did, they knock him out, make him start acting stupid. And they claimed that he made a pass to a white woman. And my brothers and my sisters, whatever position that he had, they stripped him. I can't remember if this bar him. I can't remember. But one thing I know, he lost a position. Could not be me again. Because the whites that he was among think that they were his friends. They were not his friends. They were his enemy. But he was too blind to see. He was too blind to see. Confusion. That's what he's talking about here. Confusion continually before me. And he said, and the shame of my face hath covered me. Covered. The word covered here is the word kasa. Kasa, to cover. It is kaf, samek, and he. Kasa. Means to cover. In a word. It's a clad self. It's a closed. It's a concealed. To cover self. In other words, you want to run and hide. You're overwhelmed with the situation. The primitive root here is probably to plump, to fill up hollows. By implication, to cover. It's like clothing or secrecy. To close or to conceal. And then when the confusion, you want to run and hide because you are overwhelmed. So my brothers and my sisters, this is what he's saying here. And we've come to the end of the verse and the end of our time. And so we will come again. And in the meantime, I'm going to ask you to be a blessing to someone and walk with the King. Shalom.